What's up, guys? Welcome back to my garage. If you're excited to see more from this game, make sure to leave a like on the video. It would be greatly appreciated. Today we're going to be going over everything that has changed since the last time that we played. A few of you have been asking for this for a while, and I'm just now getting around to it, so we do have quite a bit to cover. A lot of the updates were focused mainly around multiplayer, which is awesome, but I usually play this solo, so I'm not going to be covering any of the multiplayer changes. If you're curious about those, I'll leave a link to the changelog down in the description, and you can check that out for yourself. Now, we're starting out here in town for a change for two reasons. The first reason is because there's a brand spanking new delivery job that's not the pizza delivery job here in town. I'm really excited to check that out. The other reason, you've probably already noticed, is we now have NPCs actively walking around. It's definitely making town feel a little bit more alive than it used to. You know, it was pretty well empty before. We did have a handful of NPCs like the pizza lady here, you know, manning a counter, but they were never walking around. So that's a really nice thing to see. Also, a lot of the NPC cars that you'll see later on are actual in-game cars now. And speaking of cars, we've got our truck conveniently parked across the street. We're gonna hop on in and start her up. Some of the engine sounds, if not all of the engine sounds, have been changed as well. So I don't really remember what this used to sound like. It's still pretty loud. This is what it sounds like now, though. And you've probably noticed our very dope character model. Let me just go ahead and hop out real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you our brand spanking new character. I dressed him and made him look this way on purpose, just so that way you guys could sort of get a taste for everything that's really possible with character creation. This is done in the main menu, which is why I just went ahead and did it beforehand. But you can see he's got a police hat, so you could become a full-on police officer, especially if you're doing like some multiplayer stuff with your friends. I could see that being really fun. I went with the mime makeup just because why the heck not? He's got flippers on. I mean, there's something in the character customization spot for everyone. Also, just a quick side note, I have nicknamed this gentleman Chodie. That is his name. Anyways, I think this is the spot for the new delivery job, if I'm not mistaken. Let's hop out real quick, and oh, I left it in gear and killed it. Yeah, here we go. Vaneburg Delivery Service. Oh, wait. This is where we are, and that says food store. Is there another building further up the way? No. Okay, maybe on the map, maybe the delivery job marker is just slightly in the wrong spot. Oh, please don't tell me it's too late. Okay, it's not. We're good. There's nobody in here. Deliveries. Click to accept a delivery job. Items will be stored in the back storage. 1 job per day, it says. Okay, I clicked it. Can we go through here? Do we have to deliver all of these boxes? No way. No, there's no shot, right? Maybe it's just not working. Is this a light switch? It is. All right. Well, let's get this open. That way we can back our truck in here. I'm actually really glad that I brought the truck, too, of all vehicles, since we are going to be doing a delivery. Click to accept. I'm clicking. Does enter work? No. Haha. 420. Nice. Okay, we can pick these up. Delivery box 1, delivery box 1, delivery box 2, 3. There's no way, right? There's no way we would have to deliver every single box. Okay, these are stationary. These cannot be picked up. So do we have to deliver all of these then? It sounds like I'm complaining already before we've even started the job. That's That's not my intention whatsoever. I'm just surprised. That seems like a lot of deliveries, no? Also, how do we turn on our lights again? There we go. We're gonna need that. Unfortunately, I decided to start at the worst possible time, really. Nighttime. I figured something out. This is a little bit easier. If you right-click, you just pick the box up straight up. I was holding left-click before to, like, drag it around, but this does seem to be a little bit easier. We're sort of gonna have to play a little bit of Tetris, too, just to get these all to fit in the truck. We might even have to make multiple trips. I wonder if we should throw these boxes, like the ones that we can't fit, maybe we should throw them out front? Because I'm assuming that that garage door would close at the closing time of the delivery service. That's my guess. Oh, what? It says on the boxes where they need to go to. Makes sense. Logically, that does make sense, but I was just assuming that, okay, we do still get waypoints on our mini-map there. Church Road 3. So that's how we verify which box needs to go where, because obviously this just tells us where the stop is. It doesn't tell us, you know, which box needs to be delivered to there. So I'm gonna shut up. Chodie and I are gonna get these all loaded up, and then we'll go try to at least make one delivery before closing time. Here's our first stop. Literally right down the street from where we picked all this stuff up at. Now this is gonna be really, really challenging to try to figure out the name of this place. Oh, here we go. Cross Street 5 is what we're looking for. And we're gonna be using the moonlight. There's Cross Street 3. The moonlight to be able to read all of these packages. I wish it would tell us like what size box too. That would be helpful. That's Camp 2. Oh god, this is gonna take forever. What do we got on this one? Cross Street 3? Are there multiple? Hang on. There must be because that's the second Cross Street 3 box that I've seen. There must be multiple deliveries or multiple boxes for each place. Village Road 4. We're getting warmer. Here we go, finally. Cross Street 5. And it would seem that that is the only package that needed to be delivered to here. How much did we get paid for that? I wasn't paying attention. I'll look at the next one, I promise. So this must be Cross Street 5. I would guess. And or Cross Street 3, because we just did 5. Yeah. Cross Street 3, here's one of them. So we're at 2167 right now. 2195, so we're not making a killing. I hope there's like some sort of a bonus at the end too, once we get all these things delivered. That's Camp 2. And that's track 1. I know I saw another Cross Street 3 in here somewhere. Airstrip, or wait, was it the one in the cab with us? Log house. We've got interior lights in here too, don't we? Maybe not on this truck. Yeah, maybe not on this truck. What's this bottom one? Where do you go? Nowhere? Used cars. Okay, well, we're not very close to there. I hope there aren't any more for this location. There we go. All right. On to the next. Where are we heading? Literally just down the street again. Main Street 3 and Main Street 5. It is almost closing time, though. So I'm curious to see if these boxes are just gonna, like, disappear. Oh, actually, something we're all probably wondering. Can we run over the NPCs? No. That is probably for the best. Probably for the best. It's after closing. We've still got all the boxes, and it would seem that all the delivery locations are still available. So we're looking for Main Street 3. Convenience. And there we go. That was the only one for that property. What's this little box? Is this Main Street 5? It is. Beautiful. You know what? I'm just going to run it over here because honestly, to hop in the driver's seat and drive all the way down here, it would probably be slower than just walking it down. Okay. Once again, utilizing that moonlight. Church Road 3. There she is. Alrighty, I think that's all of them for in town. Oh my good lord. Thatched Village. That must be a new place. Or maybe it... I don't know if I've ever even been there before. Maybe it's been there all along, and I'm only just now noticing it. We've got Camp 2 as well. I feel like we should probably sleep. I don't know if that's going to ruin our deliveries or not. But let's go down and do Rocky Edge, because all those houses are like really close to each other. And then we'll hit used cars, obviously, on our way home, since it's right across the street from our house. Oh my god. Oh! No way! I almost drove the truck off a dang cliff and didn't see that there was a car right next to me. Well, how bad's the damage? Okay, we just broke a headlight, I think. It's a little too dark for me to really be able to tell. But I was gonna say, like, how long has this place been there? I don't remember that ever being there, but I suppose it's always been there? I don't know. Alright, Rocky Edge 4. Is that this one? It is. Seems like we've got another one for Rocky Edge 4. Could be one of the larger boxes. This is Rocky Edge 2. Man, see, I should have known, too, with the name Rocky Edge, that there would be a cliff. Yeah, Rocky Edge 4, okay. We've got this one. I keep getting hung up on the dang pavement, though. There we are. And now hopefully there's only one over here, because I'm not about to test my luck and try to drive the truck across this little land bridge. That seems super sketch. But yeah, how long has this place been here for? Maybe it's new.
Later.
Did it get louder? I feel like it might have gotten a little louder. It's also pulling to the left really hard now all of a sudden, so I might have, like, bent a tie rod or maybe even popped a tire. Who knows? Let's hop out and check her out. Hopefully it's not anything too bad. Oh, no. Oh, no. She's sounding a little hurt. That's another new thing that has changed. There's now, like, drivetrain wear sound effects, so you can sort of hear that there's a problem before you can see that there's a problem, which is nice, but I don't know how to feel about it in this moment. This poor truck. Anywho, this is used cars? Which one of these was used cars? Was it you? I can't read anything. Okay, Village Road we haven't been to yet. I was like, don't tell me I forgot to drop something off. And then Airstrip too. We gotta go all the way out to the Airstrip. That's Track. Track's a pretty easy one to hit. It's gotta be one of these then. Here we go. Used cars. Is this gonna be a bigger payday? Bigger box? Further away location, maybe? More pay? Who knows? Village Road 10. Put that in there. I don't know if we should drive the truck anymore. I guess it's already hurt, so we probably should. I definitely don't want to damage the other vehicles, but now that we're close to home, as I said before, it's actually our garage. We're gonna head on. Oh no, yeah, exhaust leak got worse somehow. We're gonna head inside and head to bed. Okay, I thought for a second that I didn't shut the truck off last night. Is one of our other vehicles running in here? Well, that doesn't even have an engine. This is definitely where the sound is coming from. That sounds like a diesel. And this one sounds like a 373 small block. Minor issue. Gas station has had a slight glow up as well. We'll be checking that out a little while later on. I've just got to get the rest of these boxes delivered. And then we can move on. You know what? On second thought, I don't think I want to deliver. Oh no. I don't think I want to deliver the rest of these packages because I don't really plan on keeping this money anyways. Why are you still driving? Did I leave you in gear? See, I can't even find the box. Here it is, track 1. I'm guessing we're probably gonna end up making right around $1,000, but like I said, we have many, many other things to check out, and I really don't want the truck to be in this condition, nor do I want to have to tear into it right now and get it repaired. So we're going to exit without saving, and then we're going to come back and check out all of the other things, finally. Real quick, since I'm back at the main menu, this is the new character customization. So you can randomize your character, or you can get into the nitty-gritty of it over here. I know he's not clothed at the moment. You can randomize an outfit too, or go through and hand select an outfit. And yes, gentlemen, you can in fact select a female, because I know you were all really worried about that. There is also a breast slider and a butt slider. I don't even know if I can show this. I might have to just blur the whole thing. We're back to playing as Chodie again. Good old Chodie. Good to see you again, buddy. We've gone over the delivery job. Service center full diagnostics now work. Before there was an issue, it wouldn't actually give you all of the diagnostic information, even though you paid for that. So that's working, which is good. Tires wear just by driving and not just by doing a burnout, for example, or by drifting or something along those lines. I should probably get the lights turned on in here. The engines are still running over here, even after a exit and relaunch. That didn't fix anything, but that's okay. Since we're on the topic, real quick, about engine sounds, you might be wondering what the E36 sounds like. Where's the ignition for this? Hello? There it is. I don't even know what it sounds like either. I think if I had my controller, let me just get it turned down real quick. Okay, if we could do like a, yeah, there we go, sort of a smoother rev instead of the keyboard, which is just like on off, you know what I mean? Okay, well, rev limiter one time, we're gonna let it bang. That's loud. That is loud. But it does sound different. I never thought that it sounded quite like a BMW before anyways, so I'm glad to see that it at least sort of sounds more like a Bimmer now. Where'd we leave off? Service center, tires wear, tint strength has increased. I've never tinted any of my vehicles. I'm just not really a tint kind of guy. But that's cool, a welcome addition. Ooh, the MIG welder. The MIG welder and welding wire. I'm guessing this guy sells that, because I know we don't already have one. Like, you don't just start with one. Hey, bud.
I got a blonde joke for you. So a blonde guy walks into a bar and asks the bartender if they want to hear a blonde joke, to which the bartender tells him that there are 5 blonde women heavy weightlifting bikers around him and asks him again if he want to tell the joke, to which he replied, no, I don't want to have to explain it 5 times.
Okay, do you sell a MIG welder? These look new. Oh, actually, yeah, it's right there. So we've got the plasma cutter still, which we have looked at, I think. It's been a while. But here we have brand spanking new MIG welder. 1,300 bucks. I can just barely afford it. And then what about the welding wire? Do we get that somewhere else? Or right here, welding wire, 120 bucks. I'm gonna have to go back to the garage and cut something up just so we can test this bad boy out. I've gone ahead and cut off one side of our truck bed for testing purposes. Now we've got to get the welding wire put inside of the MIG welder, like so. And we can close that back up. Watch it not even work for this. Oh, it does, okay. Visually, it looks the same. However, we're not stick welding anymore, all right, boys? This is like top of the line equipment. Our welding wire should, in theory, last quite a bit longer than those little puny electrode things that we'd have to change out before. So I like that. I'm a big fan of that. Totally sold on it. Definitely, I would say, worth the money. If the flap could go on, though, again, that would be nice. I mean, it still works without the flap, and if you don't have the flap on it, then you can sort of tell how much welding wire you have left, so maybe it's better to just leave that off. What else we got, though? That's the MIG welder. We have taxi job. We'll hold off on that so we don't get sucked into doing another job for an hour and a half again. So moving on from that, we have the new NPC system, which we've already talked about. There aren't any NPCs walking around the garage area. It's mainly just in the towns. Custom player character we've talked about, right? That's how we've got Chodie here. And then steering wheel animations in first person. I didn't talk about that, but I'm sure you probably saw that earlier. When we sit down, our body, Chodie's body appears. And now, when Chodie turns the wheel, there's some decent looking steering wheel animations there. Not too shabby. New engine sounds we've covered. The developer has reworked the Chad model. Now, I don't really know what that means. Unfortunately, we don't currently own a Chad. I don't think. This isn't a Chad, right? No, that's a Jason. Oh, right, the Chevelle looking thing. So we may have to go over to the used car lot and just try our best to get a Chad. First try. One more vehicle to load in, and it's not a Chad. Okay, the other alternative is we could go to the Junkyard. You know what? We have to go to the Junkyard anyways because allegedly that has been reworked as well. But before we do that, I guess let's hop back in the truck. I should probably close the tailgate. We're gonna head across the street to the gas station so we can check that out. I think it's just a visual glow up more than anything, because the pumps seem to be the same. Still got that same no smoking sign as well. Put her in a neutral so we don't kill it. Yeah, no smoking sign. That I think was here before. But the gas station does look a little bit more upscale now. Ooh, I can even notice some changes in the layout there. What the heck is this? Does anyone know what this is supposed to be? Evolve Industries. Is this like a septic drain or something? Like the poop drain for your RV or something? I know it's called like black water, gray water, whatever. Sand? Can we buy sand here? Interesting, interesting, interesting. Doesn't look like anything has changed down there. I see like a treasure chest, maybe, down the way. Let's just make sure our boy Scapegoat is still here. Oh, he's closed, but he is still there. What do we got crack-a-lacking here in gas station Dynaco? Security cameras are in use. Oh, wow. A lot more food. Not all of them seem to be purchasable, though. Fiber cereal can be purchased. That's, I guess, all of those cereals there on that middle shelf. Nothing on the bottom. Nothing on the bottom here. Chips, still available. On this side, ooh, dude, we've got white wine. I'm curious if there are any, like, drunk effects with that, so I'm gonna buy some. And we can't buy any of that stuff. Water down at the bottom, we've been able to buy that. Got little baskets over here, too. This looks really, really good. Really, really good. Can we go back here? We got a full-on bathroom now with a fire extinguisher, just in case. No smoking in the toilets. That makes sense. If we can't smoke at the pumps, we probably shouldn't be smoking in here either. Oh, and there's a bathroom sign, water closet sign on the door. Probably should have noticed that. What about this stuff? Can we buy any of these things? Nope. But that's okay. We've got like an espresso machine here. Microwave. Very nice. Very nice. I'm seeing a bunch more stuff over on that like tool wall looking thing. We'll check that out here in a sec. Fiber cereal. I think I'm just pointing at the stuff on the other side of that shelf. This is purely decorative. And what about in here? Can't buy any ice creams. Can't buy any ice creams. Bummer. No more wine available. Okay. What do we have over here? Spring compressor. Hammer. All of this stuff I think was here before. Ooh, light bulbs are in different looking boxes now. That's cool. And like spark plugs I don't think had a box. Well, I'm sure when you buy it, yeah, it's still just sold as the individual item. But it looks nice up here on the wall, I suppose. Tint remover we could buy before. I don't know if we could buy that here, I guess. Pry tool, wrenches, electrodes, a thing of the past. Now, I am never touching the electrodes ever again. Garbage bags. I think those have always been available, but I've never used them. Charger, okay. So pretty much same old, same old. You can get the standard welder over here now and some jerry cans. Very cool. And I was gonna say the goldfish is fixed because it used to like sort of float around. There it is. It used to like float around on the side of the building sometimes. Oh. Okay. It still is quite the escape artist. Yep, there it is. There it is. How we doing today, ma'am? Good to see ya. Do I pay you or how's this work? I don't remember. I've already paid. Wine? No drunk effects. Looks like it acts just as any other liquid would. Right on. Well, that, ladies and gents, is the revamped gas station Dynaco. There's another gas station, too, right here on the way into town. And when I drove by, it looked the same as this one, though, of course, that one does have the attached car wash. So I guess that's the only real difference there. But let's go ahead and make our way out to the junkyard now. Let me just make sure real quick that I'm not missing anything while we're at the garage. Valve train wear makes sounds now. We've covered that. Gas station updated. Oh, also, gas station was updated twice. It was updated once in June and then a second time in July. That's according to the changelog. So I don't know what changes were made when, but it has been adjusted twice. Junkyard rework, lad engine rework. Let's go to the junkyard and see if we can find a Chad and maybe a lad. So that way we can check out the engine. Wait! Hang on just a second. Let's go ahead and just kill that. We can still take a taxi, right? That's a lot faster. Oh, wow. Okay, this looks very, very different. Holy, I mean, Dude Bro's still got his plane up there. Oh, okay, we got close enough to load some stuff in. I think, yeah, junkyard size is currently set to 0, so we may have to leave and come back. Can we get in through here? Oh, yeah, okay. I wanna walk in, wait. What do you think that's used for? If anything. Because this doesn't slide. I wonder if we could, like, bring a vehicle here and pull the engine out, or, like, part it out or something. That would be kind of dope.
Move along.
Okay, same sort of one-liners from Dude Bro. Yeah, can we use any of this stuff? Doesn't look like it. That would be, like, how sick, though, right? If we could just pull up a vehicle onto this thing and maybe use this crane to part it all out and just sell all the parts to this guy. Got an open door here. Junkyard parts maybe coming soon. Unconfirmed. There's nothing about that in the changelog. But this room is telling me that maybe we'll be able to, like, get some junkyard parts from in there. Maybe they'll be a little bit nicer condition than the stuff that we find out and about here. But this whole junkyard has been completely revamped. The changelog says reworked. But I would say this is a revamp. Yeah, and, like, we've got parts in these little, I say little, it's a very large shipping container. Rather than them just being scattered all around like how they used to be. Alright, very dope. I hear another engine. So maybe the engine sounds just need to be patched. Yo, what? Oh. Feel bad for that guy. At least it wasn't us. We've got an entire junkyard garage here now, though. Complete with lifts and everything. Back to the part out possibility. This would be a good spot to be able to do that as well. Got a topper here. Yeah, there aren't any vehicles. But I do hear an engine. I just don't know where it's coming from. It's gonna be a block again, isn't it? Yeah, right here. Straight 6, so this would be like the BMW block. It sounds pretty similar to our E36 back at the garage. Is there anything up there? Have any parts up there? Let's see if we can maybe jump up on the brick pile. Nope. Okay. So probably nothing up there for us. And then this is just all random parts piles. Okay. I need to reload again so we can see if maybe we'll be able to find a Chad and a Lad. Let's see what our boy Ray has to say today.
Don't slam the doors.
Noted. Thanks so much, Ray. Okay, now that we've loaded this place with vehicles, still empty in here. That's okay. That's okay. We've got some nice mono blocks, though, chilling. Hey, this is a Lad. Does that look different to anyone? It's kind of hard to tell since the whole front end was smashed in. Isn't this a Lad? Am I crazy? Yeah, that's a Lad. 1,800 bucks, dude. That's a smoking deal. Granted, it's, you know, seen some things. It's gonna need a lot of work. Does this engine look any different? Maybe? I don't really remember that, like, front cover. Could be different. I was really hoping for a Chad as well, and I don't see one, at least not Rat Meow. Oh, this is the Mercedes, the Wolf. I gotta get another Wolf wagon too, man. I just gotta. I miss the old one so much. These are all just sedans. We've got another engine over here. A 380. 380 cubic inch V8. Got a ramp truck. 2 ramp trucks. Well, no. 1 ramp truck, 1 flatbed. Regular truck, single cab right there. That's the NIV. Here's another lad. The engine does look a little different, I think. I don't know. It's also been so long since I played last that I can't really remember what it looked like beforehand. So that's my bad. Got a truck with the box truck top. This is the... Don't tell me, don't tell me. Not the Chad. What was this called? Oh, I can't remember. A Jesse. It was on the tip of my tongue, I swear. Oh, and then we've got a car in here, too. This is the Chevelle, though. This is the Jason. Yeah. All right, well, let's reload her one more time and cross our fingers that we're going to see that Chad. I might check out the used car lot again because apparently there's also a chance that the OG Chad will spawn in the junkyard still, even though there's a new version of it. But over here at the used car lot, I think only the new, or I guess reworked Chad model should appear. And these are all trucks. To the junkyard.
Many, many minutes later.
Well, I'll be dipped. It is about dang time. I went back to the junkyard, didn't find anything. Came back to the used car shop, didn't find anything. Went back to the junkyard, didn't find anything. Came back to the used car lot, and we're finally finding... I think this is the revamped Chad model. I don't remember this bit on the back. I certainly don't remember those taillights. Interior appears the same. God, I wish there was some way for us to, like, know, or I guess for me to know, if this is for sure the reworked model or not. This seems a little different, too. The mirrors sort of seem different. That's a Jason over there. Wheels are the same, for sure. Engine bay, I guess, is the same as well. I think it had the headlights behind the grill before. It's hard to say. It is hard to say if this is the one that we're after. Those taillights look very different. Or maybe they're just slightly deformed. That could be the case as well. I don't know. In any case, unfortunately, I am out of time for today. I realize this is just an update video, and we didn't actually play the game. I'm really sorry about that, but I do hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, leave a comment, help support the dream by smashing that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Peace.